Today we're removing every starter from the NBA, and I know you're thinking, why is Dame here with the rest of the team? And it's because they had Drew at the 1 and Shaedon at the 2 with Dame coming off the bench. The 76ers best player is Jared McCain because they started Quentin Grimes over him. The Celtics have Anthony Simons, they started Peyton Pritchard over him. And the Clippers are interesting, they have John Collins because they started Kawhi at the 4 and they still have Brook Lopez and Chris Paul. The Kings have Malik Monk since they started Schroeder at point guard, and for the Nuggets they still have Cam Johnson because they started Peyton Watson at small forward and Aaron Gordon at power forward. Injuries are also, since Hallie's gone, the Pacers still have TJ McConnell, and the Raptors have Brandon Ingram because they started Grady at the 2 and RJ at the 3. Obviously Dame's the best point guard in the league, Colin Sexton's the best shooting guard, Brandon Ingram's the best small forward, Cam Johnson's the best power forward, and the best center is Naz Reid. And I know some of these players are going to start in real life, like probably Brandon Ingram and Cam Johnson, but I just went off what 2K has. One game into the season, Luka Garza and Ty Jerome are averaging 36 a game, and Diabate and Mitchell Robinson almost put up a 20-20 game. Of course, Chris Paul leads in assists. It's kind of crazy how many people got 4 steals, and Brook Lopez had 5 blocks in his first game. At the trade deadline, the only trade of the whole season was Isaiah Stewart for Mitchell Robinson. S. Curry on Golden State won the 3-point contest, but that's not Steph, it's his brother. And in the All-Star game, we have Dame, Malik Monk, Cam Johnson, John Collins, and Naz Reid versus Anthony Simons, Russell Westbrook, who signed to a team, Brandon Ingram, Bobby Portis, and Onyeka. The East are going to get blown out by the West. Dame led the team with 27. We also have D'Lo making an all-star team. We have Jeremy Grant, Kuminga, Nurkic, Ty Jerome, if we didn't say him already, DiVincenzo, and Valanciunas. And then for the East, we have Max Strus making an all-star game. We have Colin Sexton, TJ McConnell, Andre Drummond, Wiggins, Oubre, and Brogdon. And Russell Westbrook's gonna win MVP on the Bulls. Dylan Harper wins Rookie of the Year averaging 25. Jake LaRavia wins 6-man averaging 21. Mitchell Robinson wins Depoy, he averaged 13 rebounds a game. And Diabate averaged 12 points and 13 rebounds. The Warriors win Coach of the Year. I guess they have one of the best benches in the league. And let's see who's on the first team. Dame's here. He averaged 29 a game. Naz Reid on the first team. He averaged 24 and 13. We have Bobby Portis, who averaged 23 and 12. And then to round it out, we have Anthony Simons, who averaged 30 a game. On the second team, we have TJ McConnell. He averaged 17 and 8. Then we have Valanciunas. He averaged 16 and 13. We have D'Lo, who averaged 22 and 5. Then we have Brandon Ingram averaging 25 a game. And Malik Monk, who averaged 27 points per game. And then on the third team, we have Nurkic averaging 15 and 11. Onyeka averaged 16 and 12. Then we have Kevin Porter Jr. who put up 21 a game. Karis LeVert on the third team averaged 22. And then finally, we have John Collins, who averaged 21 and 8. Anthony Simons ended up leading the league with 30 points a game. Valanciunas led the league in rebounds. For assists, we have TJ McConnell. I'm surprised he did better than Chris Paul. For steals, we also have TJ McConnell. And then for blocks, we have Mitchell Robinson. Sam Merrill led the league in threes made per game. And if we look at the standings, the Bulls are the 1 seed, Knicks are the 2 seed, Cavs are the 3 seed. Then we have Pacers at 4, Sixers at 5, and Pistons at 6. And out west, the Warriors are the 1 seed with Clippers at 2, Mavericks at 3, Spurs at 4, Timberwolves 5, and Lakers 6. And then in the play-in, we have Trailblazers, Rockets, and Grizzlies, Thunder. And then out east, we have Raptors, Heat, and Hawks, Wizards. Out east, it's going to be the Hawks and the Heat making it out. And in the west, we have the Grizzlies and Trailblazers. These starting lineups look insane. There are no 80 overalls in this matchup. Meanwhile, in Sixers Pacers, we have 3 80 overalls. In Lakers Mavs, Gafford's the only 80 overall. In Timberwolves Spurs, it's pretty much just Naz Reid against Dylan Harper. Then we have Heat Knicks led by Andrew Wiggins and Jordan Clarkson. For Hawks Bulls, it's Onyeka versus Westbrook. In Blazers Clippers, Dame, who's the best player in the league, has to go up against 2 80 overalls. And in Warriors Grizzlies, there are no 80 overalls. Every team's played 1 game in the playoffs so far. Kuminga had 37, Rozier and TJ McConnell put up 35. Mitchell Robinson had 21 rebounds. Gary Payton had 10 assists of all people. Then Chris Dunn had 4 steals and Ariel Hukporti had 5 blocks. In the first round, we only have 2 sweeps. The Mavericks sweep the Lakers and the Clippers sweep the Blazers. The Bulls are going to make it past the Hawks in just 5 games. And we have 2 upsets with the 8 seed Grizzlies beating the Warriors and the 5 seed Timberwolves beating the Spurs. And out east, we also have the Pistons beating the 3 seeded Cavs. But now we have 2 game 7 starting with Sixers Pacers. And then we move on to Knicks versus Heat. Sixers Pacers was not close at all. This game was pretty much over in the first half. The Pacers are going to make it out. VJ Edgecombe and Eric Gordon carried the Sixers, but the Pacers just had way more help on their roster. 96% of people who watch me aren't subscribed, so make sure to subscribe to help me hit my goal of 35,000 subscribers. And then in Knicks Heat, we pretty much have the same thing. The Knicks are going to make it out. Malcolm Brogdon led them with 30 points. And in the second round, we have Knicks Pistons and we have Bulls Pacers. 3 games in and every single series is 2-1 right now, with the Pistons being on on the verge of upsetting the Knicks. In game 4 of Clippers-Mavs, the Mavs are going to tie the series up at 2, and they just had a good effort from everyone. Nobody even put up 20. Meanwhile, for the Clippers, only 2 people put up 15 or more. And in game 4 of Pistons-Knicks, the Pistons go up 3-1. Karis LeVert led the way, putting up 26 points. And Mitchell Robinson only had 4 points, but he had 21 rebounds. Then back out west, the Timberwolves are going to go up 3-1. Naz Reid led them with a double-double. And in Bulls-Pacers, the Pacers tie the series up at 2. TJ McConnell led the way. He didn't shoot the best, and neither did Mathurin. How did they win? Oh, it's because the Bulls shot 38%. Yeah, the Bulls played awful. Kevin Huerter's the only one that shot good. Alec Burks shot 3 for 16. Never mind, Jalen Smith shot good too, but that's it. There's 2 for 7, 2 for 8, 2 for 3 is good, but that's 3 shots, and then 1 for 6. In game 5 of Clippers-Mavericks, the Clippers put up 52 in the second quarter to take a 3-2 lead, and John Collins almost put up 30. D'Lo had 32 for nothing. In game 5 of Knicks-Pistons, the Pistons might be folding. The Knicks make it 3-2. Malcolm Brogdon and Jordan Clarkson carried, and for the Pistons, no one had more than 15. The Timberwolves have a pretty bad fourth quarter, but they're going to be the first team to move on to the conference finals. Once again, Naz Reid had another double-double, and Gigi Jackson did all this for nothing. And in game 5 of Bulls-Pacers, we finally have a close one, and with 1 minute to go, Mathurin's second free throw's good. Let's see if Westbrook can help lead this comeback. He actually won the MVP award, I totally forgot, and he gets fouled on the layup. Making both of these free throws here would be huge. His first one's gonna miss though, and to cut the Pacers lead to 4, his second free throw's good. Cameron Payne's gonna throw it down low to James Wiseman for the layup, and that somehow goes in. So now it's looking rough for the Bulls. Westbrook's gonna drive again. He kicks it out to Trey Jones for 3. It's off, and they can't get the rebound. On the break, Mathurin's gonna find Wiseman, and he hits the dagger to go up 3-2. TJ McConnell is actually cooking. He's averaging 21 in the playoffs. And with the Clippers being up 3-2 in the series, they get absolutely blown out, and the Mavericks force a game 7. Brandon Williams led the way with 20, and for the Clippers, they just played terrible. And in Knicks-Pistons, we're also gonna have a game 7. Karis LeVert did all he could, and the Pistons might blow a 3-1 lead. But as we go on to Pacers-Bulls, the Bulls also force a game 7. Zach Collins almost had a 30-15 game, and now we have 3 game 7s in the second round. Starting with Clippers-Mavericks, the Clippers have an amazing third quarter to win the series. John Collins and Chris Paul carried the team. And in the conference finals, we have Clippers versus Timberwolves. And I guess none of these game 7s are going to be close. The Pistons are going to win. And Marcus Sasser dropped 38. So now we have a 6 seed in the conference finals. And it looks like they're going to be playing the Bulls. The Pacers did not come out to play. So MVP Westbrook's going to keep the Bulls alive here. And luckily for him, he's the best player in this series. But Naz Reid and John Collins are the best players remaining in the playoffs. Both series are tied up at 1. And with the Pistons being up 2-1, the Bulls are going to even up the series. Westbrook led the team again with 25 and 9. And with the Clippers being up 2-1, the Timberwolves even the series up. Never mind, the Clippers just came back. I did not expect that. Nobody even put up 15 and they won. They just had so many people put up 10. I can't believe that just happened. I wish I hopped into that. And now in Bulls Pistons, this one is hopefully not going to be a comeback like that. The Pistons win by just 6. And Alec Burks had 30 for the Bulls. Westbrook only had 14. And Marcus Sasser just carried the Pistons to being 1 win away from the NBA Finals. And as for the Clippers, they're going to be the first team to make the finals. Brook Lopez carried them, putting up 21. And Naz Reid had a 20-20 game just to get eliminated. And in game 6 of Bulls Pistons, we're going to a game 7. Karis LeVert did all he could for the Pistons, and Zach Collins almost put up 30. And in game 7, the Bulls are going to blow out the Pistons, and MVP Westbrook moves on to the finals. Isaac Okoro, of all people, led the team in scoring. And in the finals, we have John Collins and the Clippers against Russell Westbrook and the Bulls. That's crazy that John Collins is the best player in the playoffs. Game 1 is an insane blowout. What happened to the Clippers offense? Patrick Williams put up 26 for the Bulls, and Westbrook had a triple-double. He had 18 points on just 7 shots, and John Collins really has no help. Game 2, the Clippers are going to even up the series though, and that's thanks to Brook Lopez and Terrence Davis. I didn't even realize they signed him. Game 3, this one's pretty low scoring, but the Clippers are going to go up 2-1. John Collins had 33. Him and Terrence Davis are the only people in double-digit scoring, and we got to get Westbrook to do better. 6 for 15 is not good enough. And in game 4, the Bulls are down 3, and they're making a late fourth quarter comeback. Chris Paul's going to find Brook Lopez. I don't know what he's trying to do here. He almost steps out of bounds. He gets Zach Collins jumping, but he's going to find Chris Paul. 3 seconds to go. Chris Paul on the drive, and he puts the Clippers up by 5. Now we have Trey Jones leading the offense instead of Westbrook. He's going to find Patrick Williams, the fake. I don't know what he's trying to cook up. He's going to swing it back to Trey Jones. 4 seconds to go. Chris Paul's clamping him up. He kicks it out to Patrick Williams for the 3, and it's in and out. And the Bulls are gonna foul, so we have Derrick Jones Jr. at the free throw line. He's gonna make the first one, and to put the Clippers up 7, his second one's good. And with that big of a lead, the Clippers go up 3-1 in the finals. Terrence Davis is actually cooking, pretty much just him and John Collins. And in Game 5, the Clippers are gonna go ahead and win the NBA championship. John Collins Finals MVP is crazy. Subscribe if you enjoyed, and if you want to see me put everyone in their prime, click the video on the screen right now.